Hello everyone, it's Fiona from Fiona's Angel Wisdom page on Facebook. It's been a while and here I am again with Angel News. I think it's Angel News 9 now. I hope you're all doing really well and that you've been moving through the shifts easily and readily and holding your arms open to change, open to the new, open to love, happiness and other inspiring things. Remember to keep your thoughts positive. And having just had a conversation with a friend of mine, those of you who are thinking about getting tattoos done, try and steer away from sad and negative images and wordings because you are what you think and you are what you ink. So every time I see someone with the words hate tattooed on them, I cringe because I think, from whatever age you get that done until the age that you leave this earth plane, you'll be always consumed with some kind of hate in one way or another. So it's really a fundamental that you don't, or try not to do that. So I'm being guided to just grab a quick card from Tony Carmine Salerno's soulmate cards. Yes, we're still on a Tony Love Fest. I feel you forever in my heart. You are in my thoughts, in the air I breathe. You're a jewel, a sparkling diamond. Your heart is like a great ocean of love. Thank you. So if you are single or in a love relationship, or you're married and the spark has gone, those are the words that you can kind of sort of feel and bring in and think about the person that you want to bring in, or the person that you're with, and try and change the dynamics and focus on happiness. And if you're tarnished by previous relationships or experiences with your current partner, try and dispel them. Get Archangel Michael to come in and cut the negative cords. Ask Archangel Haniel to come in and help, and Archangel Zadkiel to come in and transmute any negative emotions that you might be experiencing or feeling or thinking about love and happiness, because it is very important to focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want. The more you focus on what you don't want, the more you bring that in. So obviously, as some of you may know, I've been away for a while. I've had the most amazing time. I've met the most amazing people, strangers that have just taken me out to dinner, taken me around their cities, taken me into their lives and shared precious lifetime with me. And I still find that quite amazing. And I just feel that, wow, overwhelmed by such kindness. And I'm also stunned at my own ability to trust those people and allow them to lead me. And I know that I asked for the angels to protect me and to keep me safe and to help me stay on course. And that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did for me. Right now I'm being told to grab a card from Healing Angel Cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. So I'm just going to hover my hand across, take a deep breath and pull a card out. Archangel Sandalphon, I have heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. So if we've just asked for help or asked for guidance, then we will get that very soon. It's not to ask how, when or why, just let it happen, let it unfold. And I do know it's very hard to just trust and allow things to flow into our lives, especially when we're kind of bored or tired of the lifestyle or the situation. It's very hard to be patient, but patience is always rewarded. And if you fill that gap sooner, then you are filling it with something that may fall away anyway, and that will cause you unnecessary disruptions and so on. And maybe utilize that time to heal, or write letters to the universe, or release things that no longer serve a purpose, or learn new things, whatever it is. I'd love to learn how to play the bass guitar. Ever since I was 17, I'd love to have done that. Maybe I'll do it, or maybe I'll get a keyboard and start thrashing away on those keys. I'm sure that will be fun. So now I'm going to pull a card from Tony Carmine Salerno's um, Universal Love deck, which is a lovely purple box, and the card is Transience. And I haven't really dealt with this card very much, but I have seen it around the last two times that I've been playing with these cards. So it is possible to transcend any current difficulty by simply shifting your awareness. Shift your focus. The realm of universal love will help you rise above any current obstacle. See your life from a higher perspective. Your problems will be washed away as you rise above them. Sit quietly and meditate. Imagine streams of crystal light flowing down from the heavens, bathing every part of you. Visualize the light pouring into the energy centers of your body. Allow this light to penetrate your heart and mind. Observe. As you connect with the infinite power you hold within you, you will find that your earthly concerns fade away. So if you've been worrying, or you've had some bad experiences or fallouts, just focus on the good that those situations bring. Focus on the new that's coming, and let go, cut cords. Obviously deal with the emotions, because you have to release them. Maybe write a letter about how you feel to the people who are concerned, or the situation that's concerned. And if you feel really cross about something, just share it, let it out. Even tell a friend. And here I have the Angel Bible by Hazel Raven, and Ruby Ray, the color ruby red. Focus spiritual devotion through selfless service to others. Chakra, root chakra, element of earth, balance expressed as grounded, stable and reliable. Ruby ray is the sixth ray of spiritual light and the first ray of the visible rainbow spectrum. It influences the root chakra on the physical level, third dimension, and is the transmuting, transforming ray of the solar plexus chakra, fourth dimension. The ruby ray is perceived as deep red, moving through deep purple with flecks of gold, just like the best quality in fine ruby crystals. Uriel's name means fire of God or light of God. One of the most powerful archangels, Uriel is the angel of the presence and is able to reflect the unimaginable light that is God. He is associated with electricity, lightning, thunder, and sudden actions, and is often depicted holding a scroll which contains information on your life's path, or carrying a staff. The light of God, transmitted by Uriel, gives us illumination. This illumination is vital for those who feel they have lost their way, so the ruby ray should be used whenever they feel lost, abandoned, fearful, forsaken, rejected, suicidal, or dissipated. Physical association. Parts of the body: genitals, reproductive organs. Regulates adrenaline release into the bloodstream, blood circulation, muscles, feet, legs, knees, hips. Detoxifies the body by removing inner, whatever. Sorry. Warming increases physical energy and stops debilitation. Strengthens the ability to listen to the wisdom of the body. Do not use for red, angry conditions such as high blood pressure, swelling, inflammation, agitation, hyperactivity, fever, or ulcers. Emotional and mental associations. Activates, vitalizes, signifies, and arouses lust, desire, and love. Releases energy blocks deep within the system, brings action, life force, courage, stamina, and endurance, gives a new boost to processes that have been sluggish or stagnant. Survival issues reduced, restores the will to live, dynamic removes fear, releases self-obsessive behavior patterns. Spiritual association teaches mastery of the material world, helps human beings connect with the divine order to bring harmony and world peace. brings spirituality into our everyday lives. So that's the Ruby Ray, and that was the Angel Bible by Hazel Raven. So I found that interesting because when you're kind of in a zone where you're kind of angry or upset or concerned, you kind of find that those attributes mentioned there in the Ruby Ray are fundamental that need to be addressed. So if you can identify yourself with those mentioned, please do work with those. Just, you know, go back in the recording, listen to it again, um, or Google it, and keep working on yourself, keep working to be the best that you can be. And when the moment that you feel, this is me, that's when you can stop. Well, never stop, because there's always something that needs to be done. Next, I'm going to grab another Tony book, The Angelic Inspirations, Loving Guidance and Wisdom from the Angels. You know I love Tony Carmen Salerno. I'm just going to hold this book for a while and breathe. And when I feel ready, I'm going to take it. And I'm just going to say, angels, lead me to the page that helps me the most. And then I've had this one before. I think the first time I used this book in my angel news. Each time you offer love to another, be it through a loving gesture, thought or word, you plant the seed of love in that person. Everything you do has an effect. Love generates love. So the more that you give love, the more that you feel love, the more that you think love, the more that you do things out of love, the more that will be returned to you. And I found that on my trip, that there was only one aspect of my life that really brought out the negative in me, and I've now decided that enough is enough, and I cut cords with that particular situation, issue in my life. And yeah, it's a bit tough going initially, because you've kind of got to get used to the decisions and the consequences of your actions and reactions. But if somebody out there in this world makes you so annoyed or angry or psychotic, maybe even, that you can't even think straight, and you act in ways that you wouldn't normally act, or that you've kind of addressed and moved on from, and then that person or those types of people are no good for you. They don't bring out the good in you. You need to focus on mainly being around people that bring out the good in you, the calm in you, the peace in you, the fun in you, the love in you, because you don't want to waste lifetime on negative connotations. So it's like a parallel universe. You have good and bad sides. Everybody does. And it's good to delve into the bad times so that you can have balance. But there are everyday people that come into your life that will test your patience, test your tolerance, test your love, and things, that you don't need to be around people who consistently hurt you or lie to you, or don't respect you. But equally, if you don't respect those people, then that's not going to work either. And that's one of my shortcomings, is certain group of people that I have no respect for. But then you've got to earn respect, and you've got to earn trust. And if trust has been abused more than once, then you know you can't ever give that trust again. You know, treat me bad once and I'll give you another chance. Treat me bad twice, then more for me. And if you decide to give those people chance after chance and they keep doing that, then it's not their fault really. You've opened the door saying, you know, whatever you do, I'll still let you do it. I'll keep letting you do it, you know, and that's not a good thing. Right, so let's look at what the fairies have to say. The Good Fairies, Brian Froud, best-selling author of Faeries, and it's edited by Terry Windling. Okay, let's hear as well, just randomly open a page. The fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Perched upon her enchanted fairy stool, this fairy shines with her own inner light while surrounded by saucy pixies and other tricksy creatures. She laughs with joy that a pixie kiss brings. The pixies say there cannot be too much kissing. A fairy kiss is a blessing indeed. Some mushrooms are called toadstools, but I've never seen a toad sitting on one. I've often seen fairies perched on them, though the toadstools and other fungi have always been linked to fairyland. Toadstools emerge where the fairies have danced and are preferred food of Welsh fairies. Having a plant-like structure but no chlorophyll and an animal-like digestive system, toadstools and fungi are often referred to as the third kingdom, a true fairy phenomenon. People have always felt ambivalent towards these strange, mysterious forms with life in the form of food and death in the form of poison. Fungi are part of a vast system that includes yeast and molds and agents of decay and disease, yet also a vital part of bread intoxicant brews and antibiotics. To ingenious people of Mexico and South America, certain mushrooms called God's flesh provide gateways to other worlds. Siberian shamans use the fly agaric, the definitive fairy toadstool, as a psychoactive drug to open psychic awareness, just as Celtic shamans once used Dartmoor's magic mushrooms in their ritual. The fruiting body of a toadstool is but a brief, focused manifestation of vast, hidden underground system of fine filaments called mycelia or something like that, all interconnected and penetrating large areas of soil. The true life of the fungi is not seen above but hidden below underground. Fungi help decompose and transform worn out material, moving it along the cycle of life, and thus, in fairy love, are a symbol of regeneration. As many old folk tales will tell you, where there are toadstools, there are sure to be fairies. Next time you find one, listen for the laughter of a fairy who may have just been kissed. I was wondering where the fairy kisses came from in that one, and the picture is really lovely because you have like a troll and you have some pixies and they're all sitting on toadstools, and the fairy's shining her light bright and she's got like flowers in her hair, and it's a really lovely picture. So we've learnt something here. Perched upon her enchanted fairy stool, this fairy shines with her own inner light while surrounded by saucy pixies and other tricksy creatures. She laughs with the joy that a pixie brings. The pixies say there cannot be too much kissing. A fairy kiss is a blessing indeed. So, next time you get kissed and you start giggling, you'll know why, because that person is an elemental with fairy energy. I know I read that poem twice, but I did that intentionally because the whole mushroom thing kind of threw me. So let's have a look at animals. An animal totem, the power and prophecy of your animal guides. So I'm just going to pick an animal and just a short one here. Let's see what we can find. Right, I picked two. One is the lion. Your family is most important. You find great interest in community affairs and like being the forefront of things. Any career having to do with family or government affairs could be possible. If you're a man, are you doing your fair share in a partnership? Lions are also about personal power. Are you hiding your power, abusing it, misusing it? Or is someone using his or her power against you? If you dream of a lion, take note of what the lion is doing in the dream and your relationship to the lion. That will provide insight on your relationship to your own power. Asiatic lions and a subspecies of lions that split from their African counterparts some 100,000 years ago now number about 300 and live on a 500 square mile sanctuary in India's Gir forest. More than 2,000 people live within the lion sanctuary, and recent attacks on residents and their livestock have created an atmosphere of terror that inadvertently endangers the lions. These lions don't reproduce prolifically and have a small gene pool, which means that 70 and 80% of sperm is deformed, which sometimes leads to infertility. The other animal that I picked was a macaw. I think that's how it's pronounced. If you're in for a dramatic, demanding time, your communication skills are going to be more important than ever. But don't just talk, be a good listener too. In captivity, macaws need faithful, loving care and attention. Without it, domesticated macaws suffer greatly. So do we. The hyacinth macaw is endangered. So there you go. That was the two animals. Now, let me see. Archangel Azrael has just come in, and he just wants to say that if you are struggling with grief, you should talk to him and he will help you the best he can. If you're worried about a loved one who's deceased or about to leave this earth plane, also speak to him. He's the angel who helps people cross over and leads them to the light. Also, the other thing about him is that when you ask him for help, his nickname is the Angel of Death, and that's what one of his main jobs is, to help with deceased loved ones and grief. Archangel Raphael has just popped in to say, do surround yourself in my emerald green light with gold and purple flecks, and I'll help you heal emotional trauma, and I'll help you heal physical trauma to the best of his capacity. Obviously, some trauma can't be shifted or removed due to us being human, but he would do the best he can to help. And the gold is just to lift and boost us and show us that, no matter what's going on in life, we can still raise our vibration, and we can still be happy, and we can still be grateful and thankful. Coming on to grateful and thankful, being grateful and thankful is absolutely important. The more thankful we are, and thankful, not just, oh, thanks, but really, I am really thankful that I was able to pay my bills. I am thankful for my friend who helped me pay for some hotels, my friend who helped me who helped me book a flight to go and see an old lady that helped my mother bring me up when I was little. I am thankful for the friends that I have. I am thankful for the money that I have. I may not have much, but I do have money. I'm thankful for the food on my table. I'm thankful for my son and my family just the way that they are. And I'm thankful for my son's family for teaching me lessons that I needed to learn. And I'm also thankful that I've learned the art of letting go. And I'm also thankful to have two of my very oldest and dearest friends back in my life again after several years of being estranged from each other. And it's nice that we had that time apart, because we've all grown in different ways, and we're all more able to hear and listen to each other now, and release judgment and fear, and just be happy to have each other back. Good. Won that one. I've just been shuffling. Yeah, Tony, Carmine, Salerno, Universal Love. And I'm going to pull 5 cards from there to do the weekly spread. So it looks like good things are coming. Yeah. So forgiveness seems to be the main theme. So those of us that need to forgive, not just others but ourselves as well, because maybe we've done things or said things that we didn't mean or didn't want to say, and we need to forgive ourselves, and also ask for forgiveness for the things that, because we're all perfect, but we're all flawed as well. So that's what I say about this card, and I will also give you the meaning from the book. And I'm just going to read it, not going to give a day-by-day theme. It's all flowing for the next week. Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion and mercy, walks within a fiery dragon at her feet, yet she holds no fear. Kuan Yin's energy constantly radiates love, compassion and mercy to all living things. These energies have tamed the dragon that now follows her with devotion. Kuan Yin has shown up in your reading today to offer you her assistance. A situation in your life is in need of healing. The way to resolve this issue is through forgiveness. Show compassion and mercy towards all involved. Know that in forgiving, you are not necessarily condoning another's action. Forgiveness simply means that you are prepared to release yourself from ongoing negative attachment. Kuan Yin bestows her blessing. Well, I'm in desperate need of her help, so if you can help me, and I'm open, I herewith open myself to your help. Please do. Now, the influence for Sunday, Monday is Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame is a glowing heart, and I believe that it's more that the love and experiences that we've shared that were mutual in our lives, and we do know the difference between something that is not mutual and something that was mutual because of the feeling. Just that, and don't get upset about relationships that ended where you think, oh, she never wanted me in the first place, and they just used you. That's not true. You both got something from the relationship. Unfortunately, we don't all move at the same pace. Some, we're different. We're all the same, but we're all different, and we have different needs and different desires. And sometimes, even when we're cross that someone has left us, it might be a good thing that it left us because they don't resonate with us in that way. And someone better will come along if you just let that person come in. You are much more than you can possibly know. An eternal flame glows within you at all times. All is constantly embraced by the eternal truth. You are being encouraged to hold on to your truth and not be swayed by others. The universe is testing your faith in yourself. Will you hold your ground, or will you give in? Remember, the right path for another is not necessarily the right path for you. Stand firm in your truth and feel yourself both empowered and liberated. Okay? And that isn't the colours from that card just glow off it. Then the next card is Tuesday, Wednesday. Listening. Lady is lying there. She's got no clothes on. There's a golden star and it's shining bright, and she's just absorbing the colours, and the colours are releasing her and really just working their way from top to bottom and helping her out and changing the way that she feels, changing the way that she is. So a message trying to get through to you from your higher self, an angel or ascended master. Alternatively, it may be from someone dear to you who has passed away. This message will clarify something that has troubled you for some time. Relax, rest, and listen to the whispers of your heart. Allow the message to seep through. Let go and let the message will come to you when you least expect it. So just release and surrender, and allow that healing as well, because the not hearing are also blocks and too much going on. Mind not stopping. So listen to music that maybe has no lyrics, music that you find relaxing, music that soothes your soul, and just breathe. Focus on your breathing, focus on connecting your heart, mind, body and soul, and then when you have those in tune with each other, and surround yourself again with golden light and blues and purples, and the message will come to you. And if you can't get it, then ask for signs, or ask for the message to be ask the message to be delivered to you in a way that you understand. Okay? And they will. Trust. Always have trust in the great divine up there, because they know a lot more than we do. Blessings. So that one, let's do that Wednesday, Thursday. Blessings. Blessings is also a beautiful angel, and we're all blessed, even when we don't feel blessed, even when our worlds are crashing down around us. There's a reason for that. There's a lesson to be learned, and long after you've passed that and crossed that bridge, you'll look back and think, God, if that hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be here now. And more often than not, when you truly realize the gift that you've been given through that chaos, and you learn something from it, life doesn't look so bad, and you actually realize that that was a blessing. Your acts of kindness have not gone unnoticed. The angels thank you for your kindness um, that you have shown to others recently. They wish to bestow their eternal love and blessings upon you. Close your eyes for a moment and see yourself being showered with angelic light. Know that the universe is watching. Acts of kindness never go unnoticed. You will always be rewarded for being kind to other people, always. If it's not necessarily by the people that you have shown kindness towards, someone else will come along and do something. Trust. Again, trust. Celebration is the next one. It's a beautiful dove flying up to the sun, and it's got its wings spread, and it just feels like it's arriving where it's meant to be. So your ideas and goals are about to manifest. This is a time for celebration. This is Thursday, Friday celebration, and a time to give thanks to the universe. Remember the importance of celebration. Celebration is a ritual honor through which we honor our blessings. Before embarking on the next step, stop and celebrate what you already have. So be thankful for what you have. Be glad. Just look around you, even if it's not much. Trust me, I used to live in a flat that was, you know, and I hated it. And I was so depressed and so ungrateful. And one day I thought, my goodness gracious me, I have a roof over my head. I am so thankful. I have everything that meets my very basic needs. And I couldn't understand how I'd missed that for about 3 years, that I'd missed it. I didn't see it, and I didn't want to see it. And then I saw it, and all of a sudden my life changed. Everything changed. So just be thankful for what you have. And then for the Friday, Saturday, you have relationship, which is an angel, and she's with a dolphin, and they just feel free and relaxed and content with each other. So your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you'll ever have. From that bond, other relationships grow, and also how you feel about yourself reflects on relationships that you have with other people. So are you struggling to find a truly loving and meaningful relationship? If so, then look at the relationship you have with yourself. Our external relationships simply mirror the relationship we have with ourselves. What is lacking in your relationship with others is often lacking in your relationship with yourself. Learn to truly love yourself. This is vital if you are to give true meaning to your life. Be loving and honest with yourself, and watch your relationship with others transform. And this is really very true. I mean, there's some people that it's very difficult to show love towards, and even when you do show love to them, they'll just, knock you down or not appreciate it. But you know what? They don't matter. There's a lesson to be learned in that you just shower more love onto them, and let them go and release those people, and then move on with your life, and never stop loving yourself, and never allow someone else to take your confidence away from you. Never allow someone else to take your belief in what's right and wrong away from you, unless it's helpful to your life or they are actually right. And never ever allow someone to make you feel ugly, selfish, or angry for too long. Allow there to be a time where you say enough's enough, and you need to change the dynamics in that friendship, and then you call in Archangel Zadkiel, who will help you transmute any negative emotions. Archangel Michael is on hand to heal and protect you and cut away negative cords. Say to him, Dear Archangel Michael, please help me release any negative cords to and from me. And Archangel Zadkiel, please transmute any negative emotions and release them, so that I can fill those new gaps with more beautiful things. And angels, please lead me to the people and places that resonate with my personality and who I wish to become in the future. And you will notice in your life that there's a cycle of people coming and going, and new people entering, and some people don't come back, and many a time many people do come back, and sometimes that takes 10 years, sometimes that takes 2 years, sometimes that takes a week. So you just have to go with the flow and always be open to the changes that are coming. And for those of you that are looking for love, locate it in yourself, and love will come. And let go of fear. Fear is the emotion that holds us back. Anger is an emotion that holds us back. You need to experience those emotions to bring in the balance and appreciate all the good things. But anything that doesn't serve your life purpose, or is detrimental to your family or your relationships, try and work on those issues and let them go. and live a happy life, because that's all you really want. And there's life's too short to be angry and cross all the time. Right, so with that, I'm going to wish you all a blessed, abundant, beautiful, and love filled week ahead. And I shall speak to you very soon on Angel News 10. Whee! Okay, bye bye. Love you all. Thanks for being on my page. Oh, and if anyone's on Twitter, you can follow me on Fiona Living Life. Fiona Living Life. Okay? Catch you soon. Bye.